Lord, let my heart break. It's you.
I think the thing that's different about More Than a Melody than the previous albums is the writing process, the amount of time we kind of put into it, and I think the songs reflect real life instead of just images of what we think following Christ looks like. I think it's real. Each song has a real story behind it and a reason that it came out and came to be, and that's much different than everything that we've ever written since we started 8 years ago.
Because all good things are of you, all good things are from you, all good things make me like you.
We've gone through a long process as a band together. There's a lot of development. And we finally arrived at it's a new sound. It's new for us, but it's a classic sound too. It's something that you felt like you've heard growing up. It's more acoustic driven.
Emerson, the world is waiting for you. And don't worry, boy, the world will just ignore you.
I think it shows our maturity, you know, how much we've matured over the past couple years, you know, as a band and, you know, as followers of Christ.
'Cause I won't let you down, and I won't let you drown in a sea.
The thing that started the entire album was an event in Japan 2 years ago when the tsunami hit after the earthquake. God took that event or that tragedy and said, you know what, I can make good out of this. And that's how our God responds. It's not making bad things happen so he has a chance to shine. He can shine whether a bad thing happens or not. You know, I mean, he's the creator of everything. He doesn't need bad to show his goodness. But he saw the devastation and said, you know what, I'll send my church. And that changed and rocked my world that week. And that's where Levees came out of.
Burn all away the muck and the mire. Heal.
I think one of the songs that I kind of feel connected to more would be Elijah's Bones. It just kind of comes from, like, how do you live your life? What are you doing in your life that you're going to be remembered for? That when it's all said and done, people can look back on your life and the actions that you've taken just to see your purpose and what was driving you.
Raise the dead.
I love True Story in general because I believe that there's two types of groups, those that sing worship and those that lead worship. And Clint does a job of leading worship. And I just love that how that transforms not just from any spiritual song, but even their own songs.
The worship set that they do, the amount of time they put into their practice, for a lot of these guys, this isn't the only thing that they got going on, but it's the most important thing to most of them.
I love their heart. They have such hearts for Jesus, and I mean, they're my favorite band. I love them.
I can't think of any way that I would rather be uplifting Jesus than listening to True Story play.
The first and last desire of my heart, the only love that meets you where you are.
What I want them to take away is that this music is real, and not the sense that it is a band playing music. Of course it's real in that sense, but what they hear and what they feel is real.
I marvel at the thought he knows my name. I am overwhelmed. I know he took my shame. My God is more than a melody.
There has been a tragedy in my life recently, and just knowing that behind all the tragedy that there's something good in it that there's someone I can hold on to is really something to just take in.
But what is real to me is more than a melody.
Yeah, I guess everybody's noticed some of the facial expressions you made. You guys want to do some?
Well, we can't do the facial expressions, but what most of you probably don't know is he makes sounds when he drums too. And you won't hear it. You probably won't ever. But they're there. The faces go with sounds. So.